Good morning, and we are in Matthew 28, 1 through 8, and Mark 16, 1 through 8. So we're going to look at two different accounts. When Sabbath was over, now this is just before dawn on Sunday, there was a violent earthquake, and the angel of the Lord came down from heaven and rolled the stone away from the tomb. And he sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, his clothes were white as snow. The guards trembled with fear and became still as dead. And so Matthew notes the earthquake. The earthquake did not cause the stone to be rolled away. If anything, angelic rolling of the stone prompted the earthquake. So here's the angels rolling the stone. So, these are not wimpy little angels. The resurrection of Jesus is the subject of terror for the servants of sin, a subject of consolation for the sons of God. And so here we're looking at this glorious eternal event with joy. Mary Magdalene, Mary the wife of Clopas, Salome, Joanna, and the other women took spices, prepare, and started for the tomb to anoint Jesus' body. Still dark, they asked each other, "Who will roll the stone away from the tomb entrance?" When they arrived, the large stone had already been rolled away. These women proved themselves to be devoted to Jesus, and they're the first ones to proclaim his resurrection. They brought spices. Spices were not used for mummification. It was used to set off the odor of decomposition of the body. Women weren't expecting an empty tomb. They came wondering how the stone was open. This shows that the resurrection accounts cannot be a product of wishful thinking. The disciples of Jesus did not expect it to happen. They entered the tomb, but Jesus wasn't there. While they were wondering what had happened, two angels wearing clothes as bright as lightning appeared. One stood, and this is so cool. One stood beside them, and the other sat on the right of the tomb with a long white robe. The women were amazed and terrified. They bowed to the angels. The angels said, "Don't be afraid. You're looking for Jesus of Nazareth who was crucified. Why are you looking for the living among the dead? He's not here. He has risen." The women saw the angel in human form. They told them of the resurrected Jesus and showed the empty tomb. Who was crucified? He is risen. The angel painted a contrast between Jesus was and the way he is. And he was crucified, but he was not resuscitated. He was resurrected. Look at the place where he lay. Remember in Galilee, he told you the Son of Man must be delivered in the hands of sinful men and be crucified and rise on the third day. Then the women remembered what Jesus had said. Go quickly and tell his disciples and Peter that he is risen from the dead and that you will meet him in Galilee. You will see him there, just as he said. So women quickly ran out of the tomb, trembling and afraid of they were overwhelmed with joy and amazement, and they had nothing and said nothing to anyone as they ran with the news of Jesus' disciples. Through the angel, the woman received the message that Jesus had delivered. And look at how many times he said, "As he said, as he said, as he said." How many times have we not listened to "as he said"? And Jesus invites people to share in this grace, and that's what the women are going out and doing. I think our witness will be a lot stronger if we experience the risen Jesus.